Well, good morning from Mannajigama Lake. It is 6:30 on Sunday, August 18th, and it's a little foggy out today. Just packed up a few things in the tent. I'm already dressed and ready for the day. I'm going to make my oatmeal and then head back to finish packing up my stuff. Look at this beautiful spider web. Can you see it? It's massive. Cool. Well, as usual, the Mighty Mo jet boil stove is so fast. I went and put the water on and went and got the food bag. Took the food bag rope down and walked back over, and the water was already boiling. So got some oatmeal today, which I'm happy about that I can eat again. And I always bring the apples and cinnamon oatmeal. I really like that one. And then I have some fresh Niagara peaches and Niagara strawberries that I picked up last weekend when I was visiting my mom. And I dehydrated them last week, so they're going to be really good in there. It kind of feels like it's raining, but it's so foggy out. I don't see any water droplets on the water at all. So I think that the dripping, I don't know if you can hear it. I think it's from just like the fog, the fog is like accumulated on the trees, like the water from the fog, and it's just kind of dripping down. Good morning again. It is almost 7:30. I've got the boat all packed up and I'm ready to go. As you can see, the fog has already cleared quite a bit, so shouldn't be any problems at all now. I'm going to make my way to the portage, and then my first stop is going to be the pictographs on Anima Nipissing, and then I'll be heading to the Fire Tower Trail. Beautiful big loon out on the lake here to say good morning to me, or goodbye, I guess. Bye, Loony. Thanks for your beautiful calls. Well, it's about 10 to 8 and I have made it to the portage. When I left, when I was paddling out on Friday from the portage, I noticed that there was a marker a little farther down from where I got in, and I'm wondering if this might be a better way in. So I'm going to check it out. I got in like over there in the corner on Friday. Alright, well, with this portage, I guess you get your pick of poisons. So the other launch or entry is sucky muck, which is gross, obviously. And this is super rocky. But I really like this rock. It's so pretty. Look at all the different colors and lines in it. So neat. Yes, I'm procrastinating. Alright, I'm going to grab the canoe and take it first. Tricky. Tricky. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I should learn my lesson by now. Never take the canoe first. I'm walking and I'm like, oh, this looks like an ATV trail. This does not look anything like the portage I did on Friday. And I'm like, oh yeah, well, I remember the ATV trail crosses the portage. So I keep walking and I'm looking around, waiting to find the portage. And then I pull up my GPS and it looks like I'm walking like along the lake and not away from it to the next one. So I thought, okay, well, I'll walk for a bit to put the canoe down. I have to go back because I have no idea where I'm going here. So that was fun. I would have rather taken the sucky muck and been almost done the portage by now. Oh, fuck. Oops. Wow. I'm so bad with directions. So I see that portage sign and I'm all excited. I'm like, okay, this must be the right way to go. But I felt like I was going in the totally wrong direction. And then I see water and I'm like, there's no way I'm at Anima already. And there's a couple portages in this little area. And I'm like, oh my God, where am I, right? All of a sudden I see something and it's my pack. I came right back to where I started. So I turned around, I brought the canoe back to the crossing and I just left it there and I walked down a little bit and I found the other portage. Now it doesn't look like where I came down, but I could have gotten off of it at a different spot. And like all because I came here instead of in the corner. Like ridiculous. Oh my gosh. It's like almost 8:30 already. I lost like 40 minutes. Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm taking the pack and I'm going to go past the canoe and down that trail where I think is the right way. And hopefully I find Anima Nipissing and I get out of here. Man. Here's the crosswalk, I guess. And this isn't even where the ATV trail is on the map, so I don't know. So when I came out of here with the canoe, I just started walking that way. Away from the lake, right? Natural. Came from down there. Lake's on that way. Walk that way. But if you look over here, there's a little trail here. There's a portage sign here too. Now I am again now walking towards the lake. So this is why I'm really confused. And it's downhill. The lake is right over that way. And I'm going this way. So, and this is not the trail that I took in. So I have no idea where this goes. It's got to make like a right turn somewhere quickly. See, I know I didn't go over this. Like for sure. All because oh, this is gonna hurt. I am in the wrong spot. Oh, ouch. Okay. All right. But yeah, I definitely did not come this way. So, I don't know. Maybe the trail turns off somewhere. I'm assuming it's got to go right at some point because Anima Nipissing is to the right. Like, I did not do all this. No, I did not do this. So I don't know what trail I took. And that leads me to, here we go. Okay, mystery solved. I went that way. Okay, I came from here. Okay, so I have got to remember to turn at this. Oh, I can put it right on the trail. I'll move it before I go, but that way I know to turn because that does not look like a trail. And that's where I just came from. Okay, I'm back on my way. Holy smokes. Now I still got a half an hour. Oh, crap. Well, after 50 minutes of walking, should have been 10, maybe 15, because I came from a little farther away. I finally arrived at Anima Nipissing Lake, and now I just need another 20-25 to go back and get the canoe. Ay, what a mess. I am still amazed by that conundrum. You know, I came here on Friday in such a rush, practically ran through the trail, did both carries end to end in a half an hour. And Thankfully, the funky turn is only problematic on the way back and not in the way in. Otherwise, I may not have even made it to my campsite before dark on Friday. I can't believe that. See, but regardless of which way I went on Friday, if I would have went straight through, well, turned left, saw the hidden trail of the rest of the portage going to where I went in today, or just continued on this path that I'm on, either way brought me to the water. But coming back, when you get to that cross, you're like, well, I know the lake is to the right. This trail goes to the right. There's no other option. So I just assumed I would walk on the ATV trail for a bit, and then I would see the turn off to the path. But that never happened, and I just kept walking, and I was like, it was such a nice trail, right? Like, look at this. Like, this is just, I'm like, wow, this is a shitty portage, you know? Now that I walked on the ATV trail, because it was all flat and wide, and, you know, there were a couple trees to jump over, but it wasn't too bad. But this is like rocks and roots and just everything. There's like so much crap on the trail, and you have to walk so carefully, and I don't know, I'm just amazed that that happened, that it took so long. Like, I didn't walk that long in the wrong direction. Then I walked all the way back, and then I went all the way back to where I started from, and then I don't know. Alright, well, it's 5 after 9. Not that bad. I would have gotten here at like 20 after 8, so about 45 minutes behind, but oh well. I'm going to go before my canoe takes off without me. Well, I'm back on Anima Nipissing Lake, quite happily. Heading towards the pictographs. Should take me a while to get there. I can't really estimate because it was supposed to only take me an hour to paddle through Anima Nipissing on the way here, and it took like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours I think, I can't remember, because of the wind, so I'm not going to really estimate. I think I got like 4 kilometers to the pictographs. It's leaving Mannajigama Bay, almost, and I felt really lucky. I said, you know what, I'm going to grab the fishing rod and I'm going to cast a few, and I feel like I'm going to catch a fish, but I didn't get any bites or anything, so off I go again. It's pretty calm out here. There isn't really any wind, just some little teeny tiny waves, not even enough to call them waves. And I haven't seen any people this morning, no boats, no boat traffic. So it's been very, very pleasant. Well, I was going by this island and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna cast a few. I caught a fish. It's way too tiny to keep, it just looks big. And he got hooked in the eye. I felt terrible. I don't even have my fishing stuff out, so I've got to put it down and then get all my stuff out and get this poor little guy released. Aww. Got another one. A little bit bigger this time. Still didn't get my stuff out because the other one jumped right off, so hopefully I can get this off just with my hands. Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay, relax. It's okay. I'm gonna hit the rocks here. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. There you go. Alright, let's just get this hook. Just let me get the hook out. And you can go. Well, I cast and I cast over again in the same basic area. where I caught the other 2 fish. Yes, I caught 2 fish. I can say that now. So happy. I've been on like such a bad streak. I haven't caught a fish in so long. So I'm happy I caught 2 at least, even though they were just small and I couldn't keep them. But I'm going to keep paddling up through Anima Nipissing Lake, and I'm thinking maybe by the pictographs that might be a good spot, because it's like a big rock that goes down into the water and seems like a fishy place. So I'm going to try there, and I catch something, I catch something. If I don't, at least I caught 2 fish. I feel so much better now. I can't believe I was out for so long yesterday and I didn't catch anything. But I think Mannajigama is a fairly shallow lake. I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it. I have no idea, but I thought it would be underfished because you have to portage to it, and you know, I might have a chance, but oh well, at least I caught some here. Yay! Well, I'm just approaching the area on the map where it says that there are pictographs. It's just these 2 little tiny chunks of rock along here, and I'm actually at this one here right in front of my boat, right at the tip of my canoe. Is where the map is saying that the pictographs are. So I'm going to take a really good look, because when I was on Obabika, Alex explained to me where one of them was, where I was looking, and if I would have looked just a little closer, I probably would have seen it. So I'm really going to check it out and hopefully see something. I'm not very good at seeing these pictographs. They remind me of those puzzles they used to put in the Sunday paper. It was like a blurred picture and you had to cross your eyes somehow to see them. I could never ever see them, so I don't know, I feel like the pictographs are the same. I don't seem to have the correct eyes for them, but I will take a peek. Here I am. I was looking over there and I didn't see anything, and I kept paddling and paddling. I'm actually underneath this tree, and inside here I see a bunch of red markings, but I can't make them out. I think they are actually pictographs. Sometimes I see red markings and it's just like the rock, but these actually look like they were something, but I think the water has kind of just washed them away, maybe. But I paddled just a tiny bit down because those red markings that I saw were just part of the rock. I saw some more afterwards. But just past where it says the pictographs are on the map, I found this marking, and that's 4 lines. It's pretty distinct. I don't think that's just the rock coloring. And then I also see a few little tiny marks up here that do not look like the rock coloring. So I think I actually found some. I don't know what they mean. The top line looks like it's 3. Like there's 3 sticks, and then below it there's 2 sticks, and then there's some kind of pictures, but they're really, really faint and they're hard to see. And down below there is where the 4 lines is. Yeah, so I think this is actually pictographs and not the stuff I saw earlier. Like I said, I have a really hard time finding them, but I do try. I'm going to keep looking around and see if I see anything else, but I have a feeling those are them. I wish I could rate them. I wish I knew what it said. Alright, well, I am almost at the access. I don't know what happened with the fire tower trail. I went to the campsite where I thought it started from. There was no campsite sign, which isn't strange for Temagami, but it was just a really small site. Like, there's just a fire pit on the rocks, and then there was like a big open spot for a tent, but I didn't see a trail anywhere. There was a small trail that went in the back of the site, and I walked it a little bit, and then it just ended. So I don't know if that's the trail. After getting lost this morning, I just decided I didn't want to didn't want to do that again, so I just figured I'd skip it. I'm going to be back on Anima Nipissing Lake again, so I'll just do it another time. It's not a big deal. So just coming to the end of the trip, I had a really great time. Actually, I'm managing to relax on some of these relaxing weekends, which is nice. And I got about 50 pages read of The Cabin by Hap Wilson, which was cool because it's a really great book, and they're talking about Temagami, which I find really interesting to be here and then reading about here. So that was cool. And caught a couple fish this morning, so can't top that. Super early. I'm probably going to stop in town for some maybe second breakfast or lunch, and then head on my way home. I have about a 3.5 hour drive from here, so trying to balance out the trips, you know, to do some relaxing trips here and kind of show that not only can you, you know, go tripping for days and days and days on end out here, but you can also just paddle a couple of kilometers and do a small portage and get into a lake that's just really pretty, and you know, still get that peace and quiet and solace, which is what I got this weekend. So doing a very awesome trip in a couple of weeks with Sue for Labor Day. Really excited for that. I haven't been out with Sue in a long time, and I miss her. She's been on some great adventures on her own, so I'm looking forward to that. I've got something really cool lined up, so I hope you guys come back and check for that, and just getting into the access as the sun is starting to come out, even though there's like really dark clouds everywhere. So cool beans. Well, I hope you enjoyed the videos. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye. Fairly busy here at the access. There's quite a few people out and about, but doesn't seem to be anyone in the bay right now, as I call it, or the loading dock, I guess. So I'm just going to pull up there really quickly and just throw all my stuff onto the other side there, and then just grab my car. My car's not very far, but still might as well just load it up right at the bottom. And that's a wrap.